Hey guys, Grassman here, playing more World Box. Today we're doing a challenge where 4 civilizations are going to go to war. We're going to spite them at some point. But to go to war, they have to cross the corrupted area here. So, I haven't actually put any trees. I think I will do some spicing up of this area. It looks like it might do some of itself. But we have these thin mountains. Humans can cross these. It won't hurt them. I don't even want to do a test and put them so close, but... See, that's what I was worried about. Where's the life eraser? I couldn't allow that. Why is it still a place? You know what? Oh well, I guess that place can have 0 inhabitants. So the point is, they have to cross this biome whenever they go to war. And that's going to curse them, and that means when they die, wherever they've crossed, they're going to turn into skeletons and ghosts. And it won't have, like, a collapse effect, because not all the civilians will go to war. I probably will turn on civilian attacks, but they won't actually cross the borders. Only the armies will. I think. So... I will put the humans down now. Start them with 10 each. There we go. 10 down there, and 10 down here. There's no volume for the game, that's 11, oh well. There's no volume for the game, but, I will have the edited music, you can probably hear it. I say you can probably hear it, because I'm never really sure if I will actually do music in the videos or not. I usually do, but it's not a guarantee. I've given them all stone. You might be able to see they have 3 patches of stone, 2 patches of iron, and 1 patch of gold in like a pyramid shape, all going towards the center. There are some random things around, a lot of crabs mainly. I have also given them like spurts of bushes and trees around, you can see there. And I am going to watch the video now for the timer thing. Also, I have a question for you guys, about this ad specifically. This will be the daily comment thing. Do you guys, like, think this is a bit, like, insensitive using, like, dog tags as the currency in this game? Like, I don't, like, care or anything personally, but it feels a little bit, like, it feels like something that you shouldn't really do. But yeah, let me know what you think about that. I feel like just using dog tags is weird. There we go. Because those are supposed to, like, symbolize, like, those are, like... supposed to be like a token of like the soldier, right? I don't know exactly. Don't quote me. You can quote that, but don't quote anything else about me. Okay, so 5 times speed. So they'll grow out. We will give them spite only once they grow a certain size. For world laws, we'll turn on angry civilians, but we won't have any sort of random disasters or anything. Yeah, so we mainly will just be watching them. We could, like, spice up the middle area here a bit. I should say one more thing. I really hope this works, but I can't be sure. I don't know how long they have to be in the biome to get cursed. I hope it's just as soon as they touch it, as soon as they, like, step over it, they get cursed. But if it's not, they very well could go to war and only some of them get cursed, or no one gets cursed. It might depend how long they hang out. They could also like, expand onto it. It is just, like, a mountain in the way, so they could just, like, expand over it. There are also natural threats. There are the skeletons, the skulls that spawn. There are crabs around that are apparently very weak compared to the skulls. 50 health. 10 health. Yeah, so crabs are no threat. So they're all going at a steady rate. This place has like building a 5th, building a 6th building now. This one's already got 6. This one's got 6 as well. This one's got 7. Building 7. It's already got like they already have like their kings and their sub-kings. 7 there. Yeah, so they'll expand out. They haven't gotten the perfect corners. You might also be able to see it's like dense forest in most of the area, but it's light forest in the corners and around some of the edges. That was unintentional because initially I just put that as like light area, and then because I was going to do, like, the battle of the biomes, like, put, like, the 4 different biomes down, or 2 different biomes down, and have them fight and see which side would win, but then I realized that doesn't actually make sense, because it's just going to be, like, the one side of the undead will all just die, and then they go kill everyone else. And sure, they don't turn into undead, but there'll just be so many already, everyone else will just die. And then that's not fun. That's just Death Simulator. This one will actually be interesting to see what happens, like, when they walk over this. Again, I do hope it infects them, because if it doesn't curse them, that's unfortunate. if it doesn't curse them, we can, like, manually curse people. We can't, if it doesn't curse them automatically, I can just, like, pull up the curse and curse anyone who walks over the line. But I don't want to have to do that, so let's just hope this works. But I think it's probably about the time we can actually give them spite now. Spite, 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 spite. Now if we look at, relations, they're all at war with each other. 2 places have, like, simultaneously made colonies. Or extra places. Yeah, they seem to all be doing about the same thing over in the corner there. They're up, so the colonies are up closer where the gold is going to be for each of them. And possibly the iron as well for some of them. Oh. There was already a crossing there. Someone already crossed. It doesn't look like they were cursed either. They just, like, immediately tried to take that, jeez. Yes, we'll have to watch for the curse. Okay, up here. This man, uncursed right now, he's wise. Crosses the Dreadland. He's cursed now, okay. So he was cursed. That one's not, okay. So it seems to be random chance based on how long you're in the biome. So it can happen quickly, but it won't necessarily. Now he's cursed. This guy's not, but he might end up being right away. Now he's cursed. So they end up getting cursed very quickly. So it's not a guarantee it'll happen. Okay, well, Paramania, that might be bad as well. So it's not a guarantee. It's so by the looks of it, if for every it's time 5 speed. So for every like maybe 10 seconds, there's like a 50% chance or so. So it looks like the chance of them being cursed is quite high with a crossing. It's not a guarantee, but for one crossing of the biome, you might have a 50% chance of being cursed. They're not, like, already, like, losing a kingdom, are they? Still in 5 times. Everyone's still at war? Yep. So far, oh no, everyone's made a colony now. I was gonna say, Eldrun is the only one who hasn't, but they all have. Their colony is significantly smaller, but it looks like the colonies are going to be in charge of, like, getting the gold, and in some cases iron for their civilizations. I don't know if anyone's made a mine yet, but they will have the resources. The gold is all closer to the center where they've made those colonies. The Pyromaniac was over here. Yeah, it looks like they're having a bit of a battle. There are some of the undead. The ghosts and the skeletons. Of course, remember, it's not everyone who's cursed. The only ones who are cursed are the ones who crossed. So, like, it's the Grey Army is cursed. Some of them, again. Not all of them, but that one is. Those parts of the Grey Army will be cursed. So setting an attack is actually really good, because not only do your soldiers get to kill them, but then if your soldiers die, they will spawn more enemies. So that attack went over quite well. It destroyed a house, caused a lot of fire because one of the guys was Pyromaniac. There is still some fighting going on here. But it looks like they've survived that attack. Yeah, so I think that's actually even cooler, that it's not guarantee. It's a high likelihood they will be cursed crossing, but not a guarantee. Of course, you do also have the risk of, like, if they cross, if they win the battle, or if they just come back, if they bring the curse back, it's not like a plague, it won't spread, but if they die in your area, then they could become a threat. Then they could start killing people. But of course, the civilians are violent anyway, so they'll likely be able to ward off any, like, people like that. But if a large army goes out and wins a battle, they could... First off, your army could kill itself. If they go out and they start winning the battle, as soon as a couple of them start dying, both sides are going to end up fighting the skeletons because they're hostile to both guys. They're not on one side. So if part of your army dies, now you could have the rest of your army die unintentionally. Even then the rest of the undead could do it, though. But of course, then you lose part of your army, whereas you might have just won otherwise. Oh my god, look at this. So this is going to be an actual threat. If people start trying to make colonies on this area and dying like that... This guy has a bow. Bows are quite rare. These people are generally too stupid to use bows. Oh yeah, you see some of them are crossing here. So now, again, we have a lot of violence. The thing is, if there's too many of them, the undead won't necessarily move, because there won't be that many, and they won't exponentiate. If they do start moving, it'll just be some small attacks on villages. Nothing will necessarily guaranteed happen. You can already see a large crossing here has caused a large swath of ghosts and undead to rise here. Of course, though, they'll start moving out, and then they just start fighting on the mountains, and then no one's cursed. So as soon as these guys leave their home, they lose a lot of power. They lose the ability to create more of themselves. So all these people fighting here, it's really 5 times speed? I feel like it's not. I guess it is. So now they lose a lot of their power because anyone they kill won't become more of them. They can't actually curse people. So now that they've moved out, it's a lot less threatening. Of course, again, all you need is like one army back. If you have like 2 armies meet in the middle, they all get cursed and they all die. You know, it's like the Lord of the Rings scene where you like have all those undead people. Like, it's a giant army of the undead. Because 2 armies fought and they all come back to life. Here again, you have more people trying to come from both sides, probably to fight each other, and they're going to get killed by the ghosts. Some of them, it doesn't look like, it seems, didn't actually even get the chance to get onto the land, on the left side particularly. They're being kept off this land, which is actually good for the people, because it means they're not just going to die. How's it going? All 4 sides have all kept themselves pretty much. There is still some issues. Over here, there's a significant amount of undead because there was one village that tried to pop up. There's also a house over there. There's people living up here. Again, problem with this is all of these people are cursed. The problem with these guys is they're all going to end up cursed. So this one is a powerhouse for the undead. We'll also check, do any of the civilizations win, but not also do the undead win? We might also look. We've already been 11 minutes. I don't know if we should like go for. So that's why I said probably. I don't know if we're gonna go for like 30 to 40 minutes without music, or if I want to try and split this in 2 halves, like two videos both with music, or possibly more. And that's like that could be the trade-off, but we still know where this is gonna go. This is still, it's not quite, does seem to be starting to heal. Couldn't decide what word I wanted to use. Does, seems, that. But yes, the problem here is, as soon as one dies and they all start dying, this will be a giant army that's not only going to hurt these guys, but also these guys. At the same time, it's like a bomb. As soon as it goes off, it's like a nuclear bomb. As soon as a little bit goes off, it all goes off, because they're all cursed. And then it can, ravage the enemy civilization. And even though it's slightly more over here, it is close to you. So if it starts trailing back this way, it could deal some major damage to your main civilization. Do any of you watch my videos in 2 times speed? I always recommend watching YouTube videos in 2 times speed, but I know I already speak in like 2 times speed because I'm so used to watching things in 2 times speed. So it becomes like impossible to actually watch things in 2 times speed. Okay, it looks like we're gonna have a big crossing of the army here. So that guy's not cursed yet. He's almost dead, but now he is cursed. He's killing children. So yeah, you can see, like, that guy's not cursed. Still not cursed. He's a war hero now. Or a veteran, because he killed someone. Still not cursed. Now he's off that land. Oh yeah, they're not super easily cursed. The chicken is cursed. Do cursed animals turn into those things? Whoa, big kingdom switch here. This could come with a fair bit of violence. The thing about this violence is it's going to be in between here. It's going to be on the border. So this violence actually won't come with the curse, except all these guys had to cross to actually do that. I know, cursed undead that are cursed. The undead do get cursed, but the cursed undead don't actually turn into more undead. For obvious reasons. That would just self-exponentiation. It'd be impossible to get rid of them. Every undead would be stuck that way. But yeah, here, the violence from these guys is going to be towards here. They're taking a lot of land. They've only really built in the one area, though. So these guys won't turn into undead. The ones who crossed here will, but the natural civilians of this who were in this area won't turn. Unless they, seeing as this has crossed, a lot of people you can see are hanging out here. That's a real threat. Okay, so it looks like creatures that are cursed don't turn into undead. So that's a real threat. These guys are fairly safe, but over here they aren't. Down here, we have the rising of the undead. So we can see this is like the nuclear bomb starting to go off. A couple of neutrons go. They start bumping into other atoms. More neutrons go flying. Eventually, everything just blows up. One chamber goes off, another chamber goes off, a third chamber goes off sometimes, and now it's just hell. Now you got the undead roaming the world. This is probably like a one-stage bomb because it's not even that severe. It's just a couple of undead. But like even the children, all the children are cursed. So for every child, there's another for every child, there's more undead. I think every child is cursed. Some of them, theoretically, could not be. Do children not turn into skeletons and ghosts? Can children not be cursed? Children can be cursed. I want to see what happens when this one dies. He's running behind the fire right now. It seems like some of these people weren't actually cursed. Sim? No. Is that one? No. Where's the cursed child? They're fighting it surprisingly well. Where is the cursed child? Deku, here. Yep, Staryu. Deku is cursed. What happens to Deku? Whoa, hold on, what happened here? Okay, there was a pyromaniac, destroyed some of this biome, and was there a battle? Doesn't look, I don't see a ton of undead around the area, so that might be fine. Yeah, I don't see too many undead except for this one area, so we're fine. It was just pyromaniac. Where's Deku? What happened to Deku? There he is. There's Deku. Yep, okay. Oh, interesting. So they turned to Ghost. Undeku. Okay, so the Ghost is Deku, and the skeleton is Undeku. Okay, we'll keep an eye on the Dekus. So children who are cursed can still turn into it, but they seem to almost be cursed less, or it was just like the people were cursed less? I don't know. It did go a fair bit this way, so maybe they were just never really walked over the cursed land. A lot of the children would have been born too soon to have been cursed, really. Because if they just were born fast and then only walked on this area, they'd be fine. So yeah, now you can see this area's been destroyed and it's like a nuclear bomb. Question is, where is that fallout going? This guy's also cursed. Are they almost not targeting the children? No, the ghosts are just slow. Oh, he grew up! The guy grew up, now he's just gonna die as an adult. That's unfortunate. Yeah, so now you have the problem of, sure, you create like your nuclear bomb thing, but it's not really gone down. You actually keep sending people down, so it's going up. Now it's spreading out a bit, so some of it's going to go for you, some of it might go down for these people here. Yeah, some of them are being lured down here, but a bunch of them are still going north towards you, so you've actually hurt yourself more than anyone else. A major crossing of the people here. A lot of these guys could be cursed. You've got a lot of civilians here who are purple, but they don't seem to be cursed. Dead. Well, I don't think that kid has good prospects. He seems to be dead. Yeah, so far, things are going surprisingly well. You do have a lot of, like, rabbits, for whatever reason, are breeding up here. Okay, again, here comes the undead. So you had, like, a battle between both sides, and now both sides are fighting off the undead. But I'm surprised. Usually the humans don't build a lot of bows. They seem to, at least the purple ones, seem to have gone for, like, bow technology really early. Which is really strong, because normally it's only the elves that actually do that. I see a lot of, like, stupid humans forgetting to build bows, and they just, like, there's 2 bowmen, and then everyone else is melee. But yeah, like, you can see, like, these people are all just walking into the biome, just nonchalantly. That guy's a giant. I'm gonna start him, because I believe we can actually get giant ghosts and giant other things. So he's not cursed yet, but he will be soon, because he's gonna cross. Hopefully. Where is Deku and Undeku? Deku's alive. I think Undeku may have died. Well, rip Undeku. Deku is still going strong and murdering people. Yeah, so it's like, see here, it's just going to be a bunch of people coming from here, but they can't actually increase their numbers because they're all just on the normal land and they aren't cursed. So that's why I think this is actually going to be interesting. Here it is becoming a problem. Now they're like trying to colonize this land because so many people are just standing there. Not all of them will be cursed. And of course, it's only the people on the line will be cursed. But at some point, there'll be like a giant line explosion where, like, the entire plus line, the entire, like, cross, will be, like, turned to undead, and then will just, like, really hurt the civilizations around there. You can, like, see it's already starting similar stuff, like, the purple army is up here. As soon as they go to war with the blue army, there's going to be a bunch of undead, and they'll just go crush the 2 sides. Good thing is, even now, there's not that many people actually walking across there. There is, like, the occasional bit, like, here. You can see, like, they are just shooting the skeletons and stuff. There's some guys on their side. They keep, like, they do occasionally, like, walk across. Like, you can see those 2 purple guys just walked over to this side. And now there's a bunch of, like, ghosts and skeletons from them all fighting. And it's, again, that same thing. All the people who were on the line are cursed. And so anyone on the line who tries to defend the line is going to end up cursed. So the entire line will die, and most of the armies will die, but the people might be able to defend it off. But again, if the entire armies are cursed and a lot of the army dies, then you could have, like, still significant enough people, and all the normal people are too weak. But so, we do have wars here, right? Yes, everyone is still at war. Although, this place is almost being taken back. Yeah, so it's actually kind of interesting how you see you have, like, the outer area, and then, like, for every civilization, there's just that inner bit. Except for, like, the one place that had it stolen. Who I'm surprised still hasn't really gone to a war over it. There's a bit of a war happening over here. That's a skeleton. Again, a lot of these people are cursed, so you do have, so there is going to be a fair bit of skeletons spawning, because these guys are so close, they might just wander onto there anyway, even if it's not claimed. Oh, you can see there's another pyromaniac down here. Could be an undead pyromaniac as well. The undead are really starting to cause some problems now that the armies are strong enough, especially like purple with their bows, to kill them. But like the entire purple army itself is cursed. So like as soon as the army gets in a real battle, they're all gonna die, and they're all gonna be cursed. They're all gonna be undead. I don't know how strong the purple civilians are. I don't know if any of them really know how to use bows. There's a windmill here. They're starting to make stone houses and windmills. How's the technology over here? Stone houses, no windmills or anything yet. Some stone stuff over here as well. Yeah, they are progressing. These guys have like a fighting building or something. I didn't click on the rabbit. Okay, well, they have a gym. But yeah, they all seem to start being built with stone. Undead? Yeah. Again, the problem with living so close is it doesn't even matter what you as an individual in this world does. If your neighbor walks over onto the land and then dies, well, now you gotta fight your neighbor's remains and his spirit. Oh, the purple army with bows is attempting to attack down here. Word population might be getting a little high for my phone, so we might do something about that soon. But yeah, now you can see here. Oh my god, the skeleton has a bow. So now they're turning into undead with weapons. Yeah, and you can see like these guys at least are handling the undead. What happened? Why did so much land all become unclaimed at once as soon as that one house burned down? Anyway, so yeah, you can see like the people with bows are actually handling them pretty well. They're managing to kill them, so the undead might actually become less of a threat as more and more civilizations get bows. Because they can't all just suddenly die, but there is always a threat of even if they all have bows and they're all defended, now the undead will also have bows, and they will just get the occasional shot off, so it might become less of a world-ending threat and more of a nuisance. But wow, Purple's army here is really strong up there. They've taken down here as well. Purple seems to be the one going for the victory. I think we will just go for 40 minutes without... Oh, they've gone independent. I think we will just go 40 minutes without music. Again, see, that's why I say probably, because now I can say I did not lie to you. I didn't lie. I said probably, and probably means likely, but not necessarily. And now that this has taken longer than I thought, because the world hasn't ended, we get to continue. Oh dear God. Okay. This world really needs to make some rules about the pyromaniacs. That is bad. That's a lot of fire. Like, that's a lot of fire. That came from 3 different spots. Blue has actually survived it pretty well. Purple, for whatever reason, is being destroyed. Blue is now being destroyed, because it's only blue. My doorbell just rang. Okay, it was all irrelevant. Okay, yeah, as I was saying, this world needs to ban arson. Like, this is becoming a problem. It's only, like, just healing up here now. Like, just now. No, that was a separate attack. More burned. How did more burn? How many pyromaniacs are there in this world? Do I need to set these people to violent? Yeah, they're, like, peaceful to everyone. That's not allowed. Everyone else is pretty much still at war. Oh god, what happened up here? It's all been burned and all the civilians died. That's a big sting. You don't get peace. Everyone in this world must be violent. Yeah, there's still a lot of these, like, armies that are just sitting here. I think it's a very cool concept. I don't know if this world will ever actually end. I think there will just be eventually, like, enough rebellions that might go on forever. We'll go to about 40 minutes. or 35 to 40 minutes. I should also say again, oh my god, how have you... Oh my god, you guys, you're not gonna have any land left. If you're gonna burn something, at least burn the evil part. They could theoretically burn the evil part away. They've done a pretty good job in some parts. They could, in theory, burn away the evilness, and then possibly live peacefully, except I'll never let them actually not be warding. Blah. Yeah, in theory, if I just left it with the starting conditions, they could all, like, they could burn the center away, and then, like, just rebel into peace. Because I don't think they can ever get peace from spite, but they could rebel into peace. Oh my god, it's still going. I was gonna say, remember, I have a second channel, Grassman VODs and stuff. You can go check it out for just extra things. It's not actually VODs or anything, because VODs implies there was a Twitch stream or something ahead of time. It's just extra stuff. There'll be occasional extra phone content. A lot of it'll be like, PS4 stuff. If I just played if I was just like messing around murdering people in Hitman, or just playing some DRG, you know. A lot of stuff in the PlayStation will be up there just as extra stuff if you're interested in watching. It's not, most of it doesn't have the voice or anything. None of it has the voice or anything. Most of it, none of the PlayStation stuff has voice or anything. But I guess the occasional phone content could. But yeah, a lot of it'll just be like messing around stuff, or like, you know, me murdering people in Hitman. Yeah, the undead are becoming a problem here. So yeah, you can go just check that out if you just want more. It's more me, just a lot without voice. Okay, yeah, we have a giant ghost here. Can I see him? Click, not the... That's the same one. Yeah, here we go. Wavavoog. He's got 8 speed, 7 attack, and he's a giant. Might die right away. Oh no, here comes the skeleton's back up. Who is still throwing fire? Is that one of the humans or one of the undead? That might be an undead, actually. They are actually, like, burning the corruption area. Okay, who the hell is the pyromaniac here? Might have been a human there, because it seems to have stopped. Oh my god, look at this world, though. Like, this is a normal world. It's been completely ravaged by fire. Look up here. How did you guys let this happen? It's still burning. Over here, the top one was, like, just healing, but apparently got attacked again. It seems to now finally be properly healing. Like, this was, the challenge was not survive the pyromaniacs. Like, this area has been the least touched by fire. Oh, they do have a mine now, too. So these guys have a mine. Does anyone else have a mine? They will own mines eventually, because there is only so much stone and stuff. These guys may have had a mine, but doesn't look like they still have one. Don't know if they ever did, as well. These guys have a mine. These guys also have a mine. Aren't they still at war? And these guys have no mine. Hang on a second. Anyway. Okay, are you guys done burning things? Maybe? Yeah, it seems like they've actually, like, reached a chaotic stability. Where they're never gonna completely die, they're never gonna hit the apocalypse, but they're never gonna have a peaceful life, either. Like Skyrim, they're never gonna be able to live in peace, but you'll never... The humanity is never necessarily going to die. Which, that one might have happened almost a couple of times in Skyrim, but... They're never safe, but they won't all just die out. These guys need to start making their, like, colony again or something, or just claim the land. They shouldn't necessarily claim the land, though, because then it gives them less of a buffer. A colony is probably safe to have that buffer closer to the middle. These guys are also dying. They are still at war with everyone. Everyone is still war as a spite. So, these guys have, like, they do have the mine, they do have the windmill, but they are apparently also susceptible to fire. But yeah, they are being attacked by the purple people. Again, luckily, the wars between here don't really cause any undead. Except for, like, the ones who, like, wandered out onto the thing and then came back. Although at this point, like, you can't really wander out onto the thing, because at this point there's, just... Whenever there's too many undead roaming the middle, they'll die from, like, someone else walking in. So it does strangely stay stable. How are the... I don't know why they keep, like, claiming the middle ground. They should not be doing this. It encourages their civilians to get themselves cursed. Blue really needs to do something to take this back. They shouldn't just be letting purple get so close. This was their land, then they lost it to a purple attack that burned everything. These guys are also doing quite well down here. Gray's doing quite well. Yeah, I think we'll go for another, like, 5 minutes or so. But they seem to have reached a chaotic stability, where they're always at war. There's always going to be fire everywhere, apparently, even though that was not at all remotely part of the challenge. Like, zooming out. Like, you know, what percent of the world is... Okay. Yes, as I was saying, they're never safe. There is always war. There is always fire for some reason. It's like, what percent of the world is burned? Like, the majority of the world is claimed. There is, like, maybe, like, I don't know, 20%? Maybe 20% is, maybe like 10% is corrupted. 10% is mountain. 80% is supposed to be grassland. But maybe there's, like, another 10% burned. How did they manage to burn as much as there is mountain or corruption? Looks like purple might be claiming back that one place. It's only got 10 people left. So that seems like they're getting a similar problem to blue. Again, though, if they expand too quickly and they forget to make a colony, that could be bad. They could do... Sometimes it is better to have a buffer. Because then you can't just, like, risk losing all your civilization at once. Yeah, they seem to have stopped claiming it and just gone for the murder everyone strategy. Which is unfortunate because, you know, there are still quite a few good homes here. And there's a mine. To lose all that's kind of just bad. If you claim it, you get the extra mine, you get a fair bit of houses, you can expand quite quickly. There's some wheat fields. You kind of lose all that if you kill everyone. But then again, whoever said murder was a bad strategy? Yeah, there's, like, so much. At this point, like, they could possibly cross... There is a path at the point where you can cross, go down, across, down, and across. And you can cross the corruption without actually being corrupted. Because they just burned so much of it. Yeah, no, they just murder everyone. There is technically still, like, some abandoned stuff over here. I don't know if you can use the abandoned stuff. It'd be cool if you could, like, reclaim the abandoned things. Here's another wave of undead. That's a lot of ghosts moving as one. The ghosts seem to be a lot slower. But yeah, again, surprisingly, chaotic stability. They will forever be haunted by the undead, forever be at war, and forever be... They'll forever be at war, haunted by the undead, terrorized by skeletons, and burned for God knows what reason. But they are not gonna just die out. And very possibly, it might become impossible to ever actually, like, conquer the main civilizations because of the population at this point. Because if you try and cross, you'll just end up, you know, eventually there'll be battles in the middle, the skeletons happen, and it's impossible to cross again. There's more fire. Why are there so many pyromaniacs? There's 2 giants here. There's a bunch of undead coming this way towards the giant battle. It's going to cause more undead. This area could actually be threatened right away, because there's going to be a whole lot of undead up top coming towards them. This area, too. There's a lot of undead around here from the battles. These areas could be next to go. Another possible good thing about having, like, the entire civilization own the, like, one city own the entire corner, so an actual possible good side, is it might be hard to actually, lose this whole area. And because everyone lives down here, and, like, you build outwards, it might be hard to actually have, like, a giant portion of your population get cursed and risk dying. This is a lot of skeletons. This area looks like it's going to be next to go. But, yeah, I think we'll go for, like, 2 minutes, and that's it. But, yeah, remember, if you want more Grassmen, go check out Grassmen VODs and stuff. Disclaimer, no actual VODs will be found. What does VOD stand for? I don't know. Probably should have looked that up before, like, naming my channel that. I might still change that if people, like, ask too much and get confused. But, yeah, if you want more Grassmen, go check out that. Let me know in the comments whatever it was I asked earlier. This will probably be the last World Box video. I think I'm gonna yeah, I think this will be the last Worldbox video, unless you guys really want to see more. So, do let me know in the comments as well if you want to see more. Just don't say anything if you don't. If you do, say something in the comments. Because I'll see those and I'll play more. Because I'll wait to delete this. I'll wait to remove the game from my phone. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna save this too. Save over that. We can come back to this at some point if you guys really want. Only if you want, though. So let me know if you do. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, if you enjoy my content, feel free to like and subscribe. Let me know if you want to see more of this. Let me know any other games you want me to see. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.